So you realize that you need a social media manager. Now what? First things first is that you need to understand the position that you're trying to actually fill. So a social media manager wears many hats for your business. They handle the branding when they put up posts because your name or your service is on there. They handle customer service if anybody has any questions, either in messages or actually on the post themselves. They handle reputation management because, as you know, people can leave star ratings just like they do on Yelp. And the fourth is that they are the face of your dealership, or they portray the image that your dealership is giving in a digital format. So now that you know what the position itself entails, now you need to find the right person to fill that actual position. When you're looking for somebody, you want to find somebody that puts love into everything that they do. That way you know that they are going to handle your customers and handle the responses, the fires, correctly. The second is that they understand your culture. They understand the image you're trying to portray, what the business is all about, what you're all about as the business owner. The third is accessibility. Just because your business is closed does not mean that social media stops. It's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The person needs to be a problem solver, somebody who is able to calm customers down and solve problems for them, whether it's in the shipping department or it has to do with a bad experience they actually got inside of the store. The last part we want to cover is the pros and cons of hiring somebody internally or assigning it internally versus giving it to an outside agency. The pro of giving it to somebody internally is you've hired them, they know your culture, they're part of the business, they know exactly what you guys do on a day-to-day basis. In addition, someone who is actually sitting in your business, it's easier for them to get up and walk over to the next department. If there's some kind of issue with a customer in the shipping department, something didn't go out in time, they can get up off their chair, walk over there and figure out what's going on. The cons of giving it to somebody in the reverse is that it's treated as a secondary job or a not as important as my first job kind of task. Obviously, it costs money to hire somebody internally or to promote them to another position. It is money well spent in the long run, but stomaching the initial cost may be a con for some of you out there. The pros of hiring an agency. The agency does this day in and day out. They do this for businesses all the time, and like any position you're trying to fill, experience is obviously very, very important. The other pro of hiring an agency is they tend to be cheaper in overall price. It's a little bit less money to hire an outside agency rather than pay the cost to hire a whole full-time employee or bump the pay of somebody that is already inside of your business. The cons of hiring the agency is the exact reverse of having an internal employee. They're not there sitting at the dealership to put out the fires quickly. The other con of the agency is that they may not know the culture of your business. They're not there every day. They're not entrenched. If you do not have a very good or close-knit relationship with your agency, they may not come across the way that you would, and it would be a little bit more beneficial for you to actually hire someone internally. Thank you for taking time to watch the video. If you have any questions, leave comments below. Feel free to subscribe or send us an email at hello@digitalcliq.com.